art thou? Huh? Yes, this is Edwina B, Miss Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. But guess what? I used to eat sugar pops when I was a little girl. And I think I'm going to try some here recently. I've been getting this urge for cereal. No, I ain't pregnant. I ain't craving nothing, so don't get it twisted. What I want to say is that my creator picked me, chose me to rise this morning. And many of you don't think I can calm down, but I can. And so today I'm going to still be myself, authentic and transparent, but I'm going to practice slowing down and making sure that I articulate and pronunciate without these dentures falling down. But listen, I'm so glad my God accepts me just the way I am. And obviously, He accepts you just the way you are. So therefore, we should give Him the honor, the praise. Oh, no, the honor, the praise, the glory, the hallelujah. I just get excited. The hallelujah, right? But most importantly, the acknowledgement. See, I try when I think about how good God has been to me, I just can't help myself. All right, so let me try it again. So because he told me to rise this morning, he let me know that there's somebody else in the vineyard or on the battlefield that I can help. And he said, Edwina, I'm not even going to ask you, would you? Because I already know that you will. Why? Because I created your spirit and I know you have a loving, caring, giving spirit, which is why I chose you to become who you are destined to be. I have your whole blueprint, your whole roadmap, and I'm going to say, I'm proud of you. I'll be like, really? Thank you, Lord, thank you. Because at one time I didn't think you loved me or liked me because of all the horrible things I did. He said, nah, that will never, ever happen. And I'm so glad for forgiveness. I'm so glad for I'm already getting teary. I'm so glad for unconditional love. I am so glad that the spiritual tools and resources that I have used over the years has allowed me to live my heaven here on earth. Y'all just can't imagine, but maybe you can because y'all see if y'all been watching me over the years and recently since January and how my personality, my spirit is, and it's all natural. Oh, yes. Yes. It's all natural. And so, whoever is chosen for me to touch today, to uplift today, to hug today, to love today, to assist today, to listen today, just to hold your hand today, I'm willing. I'm willing. And I can't wait for my creator to show me who that person or people are. All right. So if it's you, then expect the unexpected, but know that it is from our creator. All right. So y'all know the deal. Welcome to the Free to Hope from Recovery Emerge Empowered. I forgot to do something, so let me do it. From recovery, like I said, emerge empowered in order to give hope to others. And that's what I've learned to do. That's what I am willing to do. And that's what I was destined to do. Why? Because 34 plus years ago, y'all know the story. He met me underneath a parked car and he delivered me, prepared me, molded me, shaped me in order for me to sit here before you today. Listen, I got to laugh at my boy AJ Harding in a loving and caring way, of course, because his whole topic this week has been dealing with frustration, and so many people share their remedy or uh, give their acknowledgement about how they deal with frustration, how you should deal with frustration, how I should deal with frustration. So listen, before before he went off, right? I teach anger management, right? And so there are times when I demonstrate. I mean, literally, I can't, because it proves a point. And so when he talked about things to do, laugh, walk away, count to 10, go back and forth, sing, whatever, right? So I text him and I said, pass gas. See, you be like, huh? Well, that will definitely break up an argument. That will definitely break up a. Did you just fart? I told you I love being me. I am so cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. But guess what? It works. So anytime you get frustrated or you are in an argument with somebody and you are getting ready to go there, remember Edwina said, just pass gas. And the person that you're having this argument with or dispute with, they're going to say, excuse me, did you just pass? Yes, I did. And both of y'all going to start laughing. Try it. It works. Okay? So, free to hope. From recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. And so I have a lot to share with you today. Yesterday, what are you doing? Yesterday, I was not able to read the reflection reading for yesterday, and it was so appropriate that I want to share it with you today. Now, many of you know I go to my 12-step meeting every morning, and because of that, it's one of the spiritual tools that I use every day, and I love to share them with you. So just because the date was April the 30th, the content is still relevant for today. And I want to share it with you. I'm also going to share today's reading with you too. Now, we're talking about the Alcoholics Anonymous Fellowship and how it learned from the two previous movements of the Washingtonians and the Oxford group, and how through a conversation with Dr. Carl Jung and Roland came back and met with Dr. Bob and Bill and the other committee members and said that, you know what, Dr. Carl Jones said, we need divine providence. We need divine intervention. We need it because we need a psychic change, right? And so this reading today talks about a group, right? Paradox. So there are meetings in over 129 countries in the world. Okay, there are meetings everywhere. Why? Because there's alcohol and drugs everywhere. And so the reading for today talks about a group paradox. So listen, these legacies of suffering and of recovery are easily passed among alcoholics, one to the other. This is our gift from God, and it bestows upon others like us. Is the one aim that today emanates AAs all around the globe. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions from page 151. And so the person in recovery shares, the great paradox of AA is that I know I cannot keep the precious gift of sobriety unless I give it away. My primary purpose is to stay sober. In AA, I have no other goal, and the importance of this is a matter of life or death for me. If I veer from this purpose, I lose. But AA is not only for me. If I veer from this purpose, I lose. But AA is not only for me, it is for the alcoholic who still suffers. The legions of recovering alcoholics stay sober by sharing with fellow alcoholics. The way to my recovery is to show others in AA that when I share with them, we both grow in the grace of the higher power, and both of us are on the road to a happy destiny. Now, so when we talk about paradoxes, right? Someone in the meeting yesterday shared a couple of scenarios, right? It's amazing how I can say that I want to go back to my addiction. Life is full of stuff, and I'm just tired, and I just want to drink again. And so the paradox is, well, okay, you can get with that again, or you can get with this again. You make the choice. You decide if you want to live an active addiction or you want to live, right, a life of purpose, right, utilizing spiritual tools and resources for an unlimited amount of spiritual breakthroughs. So the question is, yeah, you can get with this or you can get with that, right? So it's interesting how paradoxes work. So I just wanted to share that with you because I didn't share it yesterday. So let's go to today's reading and marinate on that. All right. So today's reading, May the 1st, it says, healing heart and mind. Healing heart and mind. Now, May is the 5th month of the year, and the daily reflections always post things relevant to the month. So, by this being the 5th month, we geared towards the 5th step and the 5th tradition. And so the 5th step of the AA spiritual principle is admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 12 steps and 12 traditions, page 55. Since it is true that God comes to me through people, I can see that by keeping people at a distance, I also keep God at a distance. God is nearer to me than I think, and I can experience Him by loving people and allowing people to love me. But I can neither love nor be loved if I allow my secrets to get in the way. Ooh, I can't wait to go back and deal with this. It's the side of myself that I refuse to look at that rules me. I must be willing to look at the dark side in order to heal my mind and heart because that is the road to freedom. I must walk into darkness to find the light and walk into fear to find the peace. Woo! By revealing my secrets and thereby ridding myself of guilt, I can actually change my thinking. By altering my thinking, I can change myself. My thoughts create my future. What I will be tomorrow is determined by what I think today. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Now, y'all see why I get so excited about my recovery. I would have never imagined that I could read something like this day, this moment, and get spiritually fed. No, because it provokes thinking in me. It provokes me to feel, to wonder, right? To imagine. And so let's decipher this, baby, and I'll get to the other part that I want to share with you. But for me, these spiritual tools are important so that you can see why 34 plus years ago, underneath that parked car, that my God that I didn't know, right? Then, like I know now, chose to keep me here and not take me out because that was my cry. Take me out this life now or show me a better way. And I haven't looked back since. The only way I go back is to help somebody else. I want to freely give away what was freely given to me. So let's dissect this bad boy. Okay. It says, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being, the exact nature of our wrongs. Let's stop there. Now, you know that you have secrets, don't you? You do. Unless you, and then you ain't got to be just in AA, because people in Alcoholics Anonymous, they still keeping secrets. I shared about Joe Carr in the meeting yesterday, how he kept a secret for 25 years and he was sober. Oh, hell to the no, I ain't doing that, right? And so think about it. Do you have any secrets? Can you just pause for a minute and say, and then ask yourself, is that secret contributing to my brokenness and being broke? Yes, yes, yes. I'll answer it for you. Yes, right? And so the fifth step, after we did 1, 2, and 3, and we talked about 4, right? Making that fearless and searching more inventory of ourselves, right? Digging deep. I gave you the analogy yesterday of doing the inventory of the brush, right? So when we do our 4-step inventory, we have become aware of a lot of things, many things that we wanted to remain concealed, didn't want to reveal. But think about it. It kept me from being healed, right? And so our 5th step in Alcoholics Anonymous spiritual program, it says we admitted it, right? And the 5 agreements talk about be impeccable with your word, right? That's the first agreement. We admit it to God, who knows everything. Oh my God, he knows everything. So when I talk about us being closed-minded, are you serious? Are you serious? You think that you're keeping secrets? You think that nobody knows? Well, that was a rude awakening for me, because I thought I was hiding. I thought I was sneaking. I thought, keep on thinking that way. And that's what I said to myself until such time underneath that parked car, I realized my totality of my brokenness and being broke. Why? Because of secrets. I shared with you the family secrets that contributed to my brokenness and being broke, that contributed to me talking to my mom and my dad to find out that they too were broken and broke, to have a discussion with my aunt and my uncle only to find out that they too were broken and broke. So we see being broke and broke is a perpetuation of attitudes, ideas, and behaviors that formulated continues to develop our brokenness and being broke until we have our knee bowing experience. So listen, underneath that parked car, I didn't give a good to hoot what people thought about me, what they think. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about how much pain I was in. I was thinking about what a failure I was. I was thinking about my hopelessness and helplessness and the self-loathing. I was thinking about how in the hell did I get underneath a parked car at the age of 34? Edwina, what's wrong with you? Edwina, why are you getting high with and doing all kind of sexual favors for your own stepson? Edwina, you're 34 years old, right? And so when I think about how my brokenness and being broke at that point, listen, it didn't even matter. And that's the knee bowing experience that we as human beings in God's time will eventually have to do. We are going to have to bow on our knees and say, help me, help me, help me, help me, please. There's nothing wrong with you, Edwina. Nothing, baby. Nothing, boo boo. There's nothing wrong with you. And so when you admit to me what I already know, when you admit to yourself what you already know, the freedom comes when you admit it to another person. You let out those secrets. You empty that garbage can. You take the lid off and you dump, dump, dump. You want another example? Try holding back diarrhea. When you get to that toilet or the street or the car in your clothes, when it comes, you let it go. You let it go. You let it go. And what do you feel after that? But then it may stir back up and you got some more to empty. I told you I'm authentic and transparent, right? And so I've learned through this fifth step not to keep any secrets, okay? So I wanted to give that overview for you, all right? So let's go back to the reading today, right? So it says, admit it to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. It says, since it is true that God comes to me through people, I can see that by keeping people at a distance, I also keep God at a distance. All right. Let me give you my example for that. Remember, I told you in one of those rehabs, those treatment team asked me to share my pattern every time I picked up a drink or a drug, and once I told them my pattern, they asked me, Edwina, based on what you said, do you think you're powerless over alcohol, drugs, and your life is unmanageable? I said, you damn right. I heard myself tell myself the truth. So she said, do one more favor. Put your hand in front of your face. I put my hand in front of my face. She said, Edwina, what you see? Edwina, what do you see? I said, I see my hand. Edwina, what do you see? I said, I see my hand. She said, that's the point. As long as you have your hand in front of you, all you see is what you see. All you know is what you know. If you let your hand down and let the others tell you what we see, then maybe you can get the help that you need. See, that makes sense? As long as I had my hand up, I was keeping you at a distance, God at a distance, everybody at a distance. It was just me. But put my hand down. Look how God used these people to help the light bulb go off. Because as long as I had my hand up, I wasn't letting anybody in. You, him, her, not even God. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay. And he says, I can see that by keeping people at a distance, I also keep God at a distance. So God is nearer to me than I think, and I can experience him by loving people and allowing people to love me. Wow. God is nearer to me than I think, and I can experience him by loving people and allowing people to love me. Wow. Huh? Spiritual tools, resources for an unlimited amount of spiritual breakthroughs. And so when the student becomes ready and the teacher appears, as I did underneath that parked car, and my God appeared to me as a teacher, and he put me on the pathway to spiritual recovery, right? And so, because of these people that I know were destined for me to meet, because he had the roadmap, right? He had my pathway. So it was intentional. I just had to become willing, right? Stop fighting, stop debating, even though it was humiliating, right? But I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was so tired of being broken and broke. And so now, with that one example of keeping my hand up, putting it down, and letting people in, I can begin to let down my guard. I can begin to take off the mask. I can begin to free myself. And I can begin to let others love me. Others love me till I learn to love myself. And when I learn to love myself, I can love you. Do you get it? Because I admitted to God, I admitted to myself, and I admitted to others the exact nature of my wrongs, right? I revealed, although I have no secrets. I'm just as empty as I possibly can be from secrets, right? And as soon as I do something, I tell myself, oh, yes, 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 yes. Because I know God already knows. I'm now aware of my thinking, my actions, my motives, my attitude. I know you know, I know you know, I know you know, I know you know, right? But it's for me to know, right? And it's for me to ask for help, right? And so when I learn to allow people to love me, right? I learned how my God works through people who wants to show that they love me unconditionally. And it's challenging when we, go back in our history and what we thought was love is up for debate, right? And so this is what helps me to recognize that when I allow people in to love me, I learn how to love people. But I can neither love or be loved if I allow my secrets to get in the way. And so it's like wearing a mask, y'all. It's like wearing a mask. I don't want you to see the real me. And it's because of my brokenness and being broken, my unwillingness to admit it, to address it, to have it exposed and all that. But when I think about being chained and bound by those secrets that aren't really secrets because God already knows, I already know, but the freedom is letting it be exposed out of your mouth. What was done in the dark will come out in the light, and so I can experience that freedom. All right, so let's see what else he wants to say here. He says, it's the side of myself that I refuse to look at that rules me. Oh my God. It's the side of ourselves that I'll allow to rule me. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Think about it. Our secrets and our this and our that is keeping us from being set free. Is keeping us chained. What to what? To my distorted thinking, my distorted perspective, my distorted perception of things. No, that's why I need spiritual tools and resources to learn how to feed, learn how to eat that spiritual food, right? And so that the nonsense can come through. You know what I'm talking about, that diarrhea. Set me free, right? And so I don't allow any longer my dark side to rule me. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? I'm just as free as a cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. I have no secrets. No, because I know what they do. All right. And so he continues to say, thank God for yielding to the Spirit, right? He continues to say here on this, or in this reading, he says, I must be willing to look at the dark side in order to heal my mind and heart, because that is the road to freedom. Oh my God, right? I must be willing to look at the dark side in order to heal my mind and heart, because that is the road to freedom. Oh my, listen. Listen, y'all, I'm just so excited about life. I'm so excited about how God is using me. And I tell him, use me up, Lord. Use me up. I don't care, right? Oh, I'm in love with my God. I'm in love with my God. I'm in love with my God. Lord, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you, Lord. I thank you. I had a praying mother. Yes, thank you, Mommy. Thank you, my mother. I had a praying mother, but Lord, I love you. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you, Lord. Thank you for any and everything that brought me to this point of being set free. And guess what? I'm willing to go even further. Okay. Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna close with this, y'all, because I got to go to my meeting. Y'all know that, right? It says, I must walk into darkness to find the light and walk into fear to find peace. Do I need to repeat that? I must walk into darkness to find the light. Now, you know how you come in the house, right? And it's dark, and you have to find your way to the lamp. Oh, Lord, thank you. Thank you. We walk into darkness to go and find that lamp, and we turn the light on. Woo! Woo! Right? Because when we walk into darkness, right? When we walk into that room, there's a little fear, am I going to step on something? Is somebody here, whatever, right? Right? But when we get to the light and we turn it on, we have also walked through the fear that once that light illuminates, we are at peace. You see how these spiritual tools and resources at least lead me to an unlimited amount of spiritual breakthroughs. Y'all need to know all this stuff comes from my heart. I have no teleprompt. I have no script, right? I'm just sharing what I've lived, what I know. What? That's spiritual in nature. I'm sharing with you my experience, my strength, and my hope, right? All right, so I ain't got but a minute, right? I'm already behind, but that's okay. Woo! Lord, I love you. All right, so the next line says, right? By revealing my secrets and thereby ridding myself of guilt, I can actually change my thinking, right? By altering my thinking, I can change myself. My thoughts create my future, right? But what I will be tomorrow is determined by what I think today. Listen, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Listen. When I was a prostitute and I had gotten pregnant and I made the decision out of fear of what people may say and do, right? I committed murder. I consider that murder, y'all. I had an abortion. Can you imagine the guilt, the remorse I felt, right? And lived with for 10 years. I should have died instead of my baby, but I made a choice, right? And the guilt just ate me up. No longer. Because I learned that my God had already forgiven me. Why? Because he already knew what I was going to do. Why? Because I can live through that experience to share it with you. That's why I love my God. I ain't intimidated by no man. No. So when I say, by me being transparent and authentic, you're getting what you're getting because it's real. Now, can I put on those masks if I choose to? Can I take it off if I choose to? Why put it on in the first place? I just love being me. Listen, y'all, it's after 7, and I need to share with you, right, what I want y'all to do. Wait a minute. Let me get it on the screen. Let me get it on the screen. Let me get it on the screen. Y'all. All right, let me get it on the screen. Here it is. Where are you? Here it is. Okay. So, this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to mark your calendars for my master's class. I just did a free seminar, right, on the title of I'm So Tired of Being Broken and Broke. Spiritual tools and resources lead to spiritual breakthroughs. So I'm inviting you to my master's class. My master's class, right? I serve the master, right? So I'm inviting you to my master's class because it's all about my masters. But I can't keep what I have unless I give it to you. So it's going to be in person and virtual. So mark your calendar for Thursday, May the 30th at 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and or Saturday, June the 1st from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. I haven't picked the venue yet, but it's going to be in person and virtual. Why? Because I want to touch as many people as I can, even if it's just one person at a time. I want to thank my girl, Chandra Pitts, for tuning in, girlfriend. Listen, I love you and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and how our Creator is using you and people like me to save and help one more person, one at a time. You do it for girls, which is great, and I'm sure you do it for others. But my God said, listen, Edwina, I want you to touch them all. Because you're cooking for Cocoa Pops, right? You ain't got no shame in your game. You take the wigs off, you take your dentures out. What? Because it's about the message and not about the messenger. Okay? So, I love you. I love you. I love you. You love me. We are one big family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say, won't you say, won't you say, be of service today. Help someone. Hug them. Call on them. Forgive them. Forgive yourself. Look up to the hills from where our help come from. If you get stuck, if you get frustrated, if you're in a bad situation with somebody, pass gas. They're gonna laugh like I just did, like you doing, like what? Yes, it works if you work it. Be blessed. If it's God's will that we are rejoined tomorrow, I'll be here, and I hope you will be too. To God be the glory. Lord, I love you.